Yo, 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 how we doing? It's Sluggish Zooter here back with another absolute banger. Today, we are going to be talking about my first time ever doing the Magic Marios, alright? Yeah, that's right. The Magic Marios, alright? So this story takes place back in the summer of 2023, right? At the time, I had a gold faded pen. It was a 2G faded pen, alright? Now, the reason why this particular pen is so important, I will get to later in the story. But, so, it was a nice summer day, right? I get called up by my boy Bernard, right? And Bernard's telling me he just got some crazy shit from B-Man, right? He's just telling me he just copped some shrooms from B-Man. And I've heard about shrooms, you know. I've heard people talk about them, but I've never actually done them myself, right? But he asked me if, Bernardo asked me if he could come over and try them with me. And you know what? I wasn't going to turn that down, right? So I agreed. Now, Bernardo said, he was like, yo, is it cool if one of my homies pull up, Jay? And I was like, yo, I fuck with Jay. Yeah, have him slide up. Now, Jay said he was not going to do the Magic Marios, right? Which is, respectful. I respect that. And he was, in fact, actually just going to trip sit us, right? So, I'm cool with that. So, we end up linking up. Now, this was back before I even had my license, yo. Alright? So, my homie Bernard got a ride from his parents. Now, before Bernard pulled up, his mom and his dad, they're already sus about us hanging out, right? Because they know when we're together, we get into some fuck shit, right? So, before Bernard even got in the car, his parents searched him, right? Now, they did find the Magic Marios, right? But Bernard was somehow, like a MacGyver, somehow, in some holy way, he was able to get his hands on them again. And he was able to secure them and take them to my crib, right? So, his parents are freaking out. They're like, yo, we know you took him back. We're not going to pick you up from his house, but they better all be there, and you should return them the next time we see you, which he was going home the next day. So, they were just going to make sure that they got them the next day, right? Now, I did some brainstorming, right? And I noticed, when I was mowing my lawn, that I have a patch of wild grown mushrooms, right? Just growing in my backyard. So, after the trip happened, me and my homie refilled that bag with these fake mushrooms we found in my backyard, right? And we had no idea what they were going to do with them. We had no idea if his parents were going to take them or anything. So we just threw them in there. We didn't give a fuck. But let's get back on task now. Now, the trip. So, initially, I took the shrooms at about 9 p.m., right? The Magic Marios. And the first thing I can describe them as, terrible taste. I mean, awful. It's like you're eating dried up cow shit, alright? Now, preferably, this is just for me, I like to grind them up and eat them and then just, wash it down with some water. That's just how I like to do it, right? No hate on you if you eat them whole at all. That's completely up to you. Or mix them in. I do recommend lemon teching it, which is where you mix it with orange juice. It's way easier. But, so after I took these mushrooms, I started feeling them in about 40 minutes, right? I was looking around and I noticed that lights were, a little brighter than usual. And, I could see more shadows and details on the walls and the floors. For example, the floor, we were in the camper at the time. My camper floor would literally reflect. Like, it's a white and brown floor. And it would, pulse. It would be it would get really bright, and then it would get really dark again. And it would keep pulsing. Now, this was just the come up, right? So, give it about an hour or two in, I can't even use my phone anymore, alright? When I get on my phone, I imagine a Rick and Morty portal gun, alright? That's what I'm seeing. A Rick and Morty portal gun. I feel like when I'm on my phone, I can get anything I want at any time I want. That's what I felt like when I was on trip. But I couldn't use my keyboard. So, it was just like useless. So, I did end up shutting off the phone for the night, alright? But once it started getting even crazier, I could see patterns on my walls, patterns on the floors. Everything had this beautiful, patterny glow to it. And everything was really, really reflective. It felt like I was sitting in an enchanted forest, just laying down on my floor, but I was in my camper. Alright, now, my homie Jay, alright, it was probably about 1 a.m. at the time, right? We're fully peak, alright? We're tripping, alright? We're really getting into it. He was like, yo, is it cool if we move to the crib, yo? I'm trying to watch a movie. You know, at the time we didn't have a TV in the camper, alright? So I was like, yo, I'm cool with that. I kind of want to go outside. I wouldn't mind going for a walk, alright? Now, the first thing I remember when I walked out that camper was the look of the trees and how lively and how the branches would move in the wind and how alive these trees were. And it felt like I was just walking in their world. And as I walked to the house, it felt like I was in third person. Like it felt like I was my GTA character walking out of the store, and like I was that drone following behind me. Like I wasn't in my body, but I was the drone following me walking in third person. Alright? So we get to the house, right? And I lost my Pendulum. Alright? Yeah, that's right. I dropped the golden faded out in the yard, yo. I dropped that shit. I lost that bitch. But RIP the 2G golden faded, alright? But anyways, you know, we just went back to the crib, watched the movie, and you know, still had a couple cards left, so we ended up chiefing those. But yeah, that is my first time ever doing magic mushrooms, alright? Or magic Marios, I should say. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, comment. I have another video that will be about me taking a god dose, because my second time ever I took a god dose. It's crazy, but that's for another time. Anyways, y'all stay safe out there, man. Peace.